Myself, Binu Korea, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, St. Xavier's College for Women, Alua. Let me introduce to you the salient features and classification of class Amphibia. Amphibia belongs to phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, superclass Tetrapoda. Amphibians can live in fresh water and on land, but never seen in seawater, as they cannot tolerate high salinity. Amphibians lead an amphibious mode of life, that is, they can live both in water and on land. They are cold-blooded or poikilotherms. Young ones are referred to as tadpoles, which are living in water, and they have gills. Adults have more than one type of respiratory organ. Amphibians are capable of aquatic as well as aerial respiration. They have two pairs of pentadactyl limbs. The skin is moist, glandular, and scaleless. It serves as an organ for cutaneous respiration. The heart is three-chambered, with two auricles and a single ventricle. This is an advance over two-chambered fish heart. External ear is absent. They have a brain with 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Fertilization is external, and the fertilized eggs develop into a tail gill-breathing larvae called tadpole. It later metamorphoses into a lung-breathing tailless adult amphibian. The three extant orders of amphibians are order Anura, Urodela, and Apoda. The common amphibians are Buffo, which is the toad, then Rhacophorus, the flying frog, then Hyla, the tree frog, Necturus, salamanders, Amblyostoma, Ichthyophis, Gegenophis, Ureotyphus, etc. The three extinct orders included Labyrinthodontia, Philospondyli, and Leptospondyli. Apoda are tailless and limbless amphibians commonly called blind worms. Order Urodela includes tailed amphibians, example salamanders, newts, etc. Order Anura includes tailless amphibians, example frogs, toads, etc. So once again, the class Amphibia is classified into three major orders. Order 1, Anura. Order 2, Urodela. Order 3, Apoda. Order Apoda is also known as Sicilians. Example, Ichthyophis, commonly called as blind worms. The worm-like body has ring-like grooves and grows to about 1 foot long. Head is small, depressed, and has microscopic eyes, which are covered with opaque skin. Middle ear and tympanum are absent, hence it is blind as well as deaf. A pair of protrusible sensory tentacles for tasting food is seen between the eyes and the nostril, which is a characteristic feature of this ichthyophis. Female lays about 20 eggs in strings near water. It exhibits parental care. After the embryos develop, the eggs are taken to shallow water by the female for hatching. The larva, after metamorphosis, become the adult, which leads a burrowing life in moist soil. Once again, blindworms or limbless Sicilians belong to Apoda of Amphibia. Has a vermiform body, minute eyes, is covered with opaque skin, a pair of tentacles, sensory tentacles between eyes and nostrils, middle ear and tympanum is absent, and males have an irreversible copulatory organ having hooks, hence fertilization is internal. Coming on to the second order, Urodilla, which includes Amplystoma tigrinum, commonly known as tiger salamander, is lizard-like with yellow patches on the black body. Well-developed limbs with 4 fingers and 5 toes. It has poisonous skin. External gills and tail are absent in the adult stage. The larvae of Amplystoma is known as axolotl. It exhibits pedogenesis and neoteny. This is the axolotl larva of Amblystoma tigrinum, which exhibits two phenomena, pedogenesis and neoteny. Neoteny is a term in developmental biology that describes the retention of juvenile characteristics in the adult of a species. Pedogenesis or pedomorphosis was first proposed by Walter Garstang in 1922. The underlying mechanism for this include heterochrony, that is a change in features during development. Axolotl larva becomes sexually mature during the larval stage itself. It does not undergo metamorphosis but develops gonads and starts reproducing, and this phenomenon is referred to as pedogenesis. It is mainly due to the lack of iodine in water. The aquatic gill-bearing larva is almost similar to the adult. There is no remarkable metamorphosis when the larva changes into the adult. The thyroid hormone, thyroxine, actually initiates the metamorphosis. So, do remember that axolotl is a classic example of pedogenesis and neoteny, which is the larval form of Amblystoma, commonly known as tiger salamander. Coming on to the last order, Anura, which includes frog and toads. What is the difference between frog and toad? Frogs are amphibious. They are diurnal. The skin is smooth and moist. Head is triangular. Teeth are present. Tongue is bifid. Toes are webbed. Even parotid glands are absent. Toads are terrestrial, nocturnal. Skin is dry, warty, and can absorb water. Head is semicircular. Teeth are absent. Tongue is entire. Toes are partly webbed and parotid glands are present. The life cycle of frog is an example for complete metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means changing from one form into another. Example, Hyla arborea, commonly referred to as tree frog. It is arboreal, that is living on trees. The skin is green, long limbs with swollen digits having glandular adhesive disc. Skin is smooth dorsally and glandular ventrally. Males are with large vocal sacs. So, to conclude, amphibians lead amphibious mode of life. They are poikilotherms or cold-blooded. The skin is moist, glandular, scaleless. They have three-chambered heart. Larvae with gills, adults with more than one type of respiratory organ. External ear absent. There are 10 pairs of cranial nerves. The larvae is referred to as tadpole larva. They show complete metamorphosis. Thank you.